Hey guys, so actually now we're live. I think I just spoke for 2 minutes on my own. So, all right. So, hi Dave, I see that you're here. So, and I just saw your question. Yeah. So it's telling me that to select a question, we need to start the live, but it's already started. So anyway, yeah, I just did. Ah, okay. All right. So yeah, let's just start. I was just reaching out to JF because unfortunately we weren't able to be together today. I was supposed to go to his place, but I just moved in this new apartment, so we started like on Tuesday and we just finished yesterday. And actually today a little bit. We cleaned our own place. So, all right. So I have also some questions that I received. So thank you guys for reaching out, and I will answer your questions. So, okay. So I'm gonna start with this one. So it's from Dave Thilking. So thanks, Dave, for your question. So the question is, in addition to the Coleco vision, will the book include other Coleco items? So is thinking about the electronic handheld games, Telstar, etc. And you're really looking forward to the book. So thank you very much. It's really great. We're also really looking forward to it. Writing it a little bit of it every day. So sorry, I will try to not move that much because maybe it's getting you sick. Anyway, so yeah, the Coleco vision is actually our let's say our main focus, but it's not the main focus, because the main focus is actually the sorry about that. So the main focus is actually the video game years of Coleco. So we just want to emphasize the fact that they started to do video games really early on, and with the Telstar console, so the development started for them in 75. So it was like way before the. I think they were. I would just need to double check my research, but I think they were there before. They were there before Atari, before the Pong console of Atari. I'm not so sure about that. I would need to check afterwards, because so we know that Pong, the arcade game, was released in 72, and then the VCS console was released in 77, and I think the other Pong console were released in maybe in 70, maybe later on in 75, early on in 75, or maybe in 76. So yeah, we will cover the handheld games for sure. We've been talking to what is his name already? Michael Katz. So was the first VP of Coleco, and he had a lot of really great and exciting stories to share that you will find in the book. But let me tell you one. For example, it was the fact that when he arrived, so Coleco didn't have any marketing department. It was just the designer doing some stuff, the programmers, the artists, but really, and it was just at that time. So he came on board at Coleco in 74. Or I will double check for sure. I have it somewhere. I just didn't check that out lately. But anyway, his first assignment was to approve the commercial of the electronic quarterback game. So the one where two guys are actually, one is the Mattel one and one is the Calico one, and they're like fighting and arguing over which one is the best. So of course it was a Coleco one because it was a Calico commercial, and they really loved. He really loved the idea, and it was actually the first time that advertising, that comparative advertising was done in the video game, in the electronic game field. So it was really, really great, and so Calico was there first. So yeah, it was nice, and so we will cover those, and also the Telstar console. We've been in contact for the Telstar console. We've been in contact with many people who know really a lot about that, especially Dave Winter. So he's the one who wrote the English version of Ralph Baer biography, because something really interesting as well. So Ralph Baer is the one that invented the home console, the Odyssey, in '72, and he also worked hand in hand with Coleco, because he worked on some of the Telstar models. So I won't tell which one. You will see that in the book. So anyway, thanks guys for joining. I see that now we have 6 people. So I'm really grateful for being here. I'm really grateful that now 8 people. So wow, that's a lot. So I was just answering the question of Dave. So he was asking if we will cover other items rather than just the ColecoVision. So we will also cover the Adam, of course, because we cannot tell the Coleco story without talking about the Adam. And we've been speaking with a lot of people from Coleco, and they have a lot of stuff to tell about the Adam. And it's really, really funny, because some of them tells that the Adam is why Coleco shut down. Some of them tells that it's part of it. Some of the others tell that it's not that at all. So yeah, it would be really, really interesting to confront all those ideas. So hey, you're welcome, Dave. So this is why we're doing those live sessions as well. So if you have any questions, just let us know. If you have another one, also let me know. So now I will just take one question that we received we received by email. So but I will also answer one that we receive constantly, and which is, how do I get the book now that the campaign is over? So first of all, let me thank you, all of you who backed the campaign. It's amazing. So we're currently preparing the book. We're currently preparing the other rewards. I'm going to share with you also the new design of the console, because the one I shared during the campaign was an early draft of the artist I'm working with. And now he has a more final one. So I'm going to share it with you. I'm really, really happy to do that. So I will do it right after this session. So anyway, so how do I get the book now that the campaign is over? So we're working on the webpage for people to pre-order the book. So it will be done later this month. So we were not supposed to actually move to this new place, to this new apartment. So it's taking a bit longer, but normally in the next 2 weeks it will be done. So there will be a website, more likely something that colecobook.com, and we'll be able to pre-order the book. So it will be easy with just a PayPal transaction, and it will be over. So I will just need to check with for the shipping fees. So just to make sure that that is different, because unfortunately we're in Canada, and so Canada is great for many things, but for shipping it's really a pain. Everything is so expensive. It's really bad. But anyway, so the webpage is coming soon, and it will be like there for all of you people who want to pre-order the book. I'm really excited. I didn't know that it was gonna be so. That it was gonna be. I was like expecting this question to come after the campaign, but not to that extent. So I'm really excited. Also, yeah, something I want to do. I wanted to do it before starting this live session, but I just forgot. So I will do it now. I would just want to thank all of you backers. It's really great. Thank you really for sharing the story, for backing the project, and I also want to thank JF, obviously, for the tremendous amount of research he made. So I actually have a bag just in front of me of just his Calico research, and it's amazing because we have like documents going back as far as the 50s, and it's really great. And also I want to thank Chris Wilkins from Retrofusion Book. So he's the guy making the book, the history of ocean software, the history of US gold, and all the books like this. And so he really helped me a lot with the campaign. I couldn't speak with him and asked a lot of questions, and he really, sorry about that, and he really answered all of them, and then he shared the story with his like 20,000 backers, so it really helped as much. So it's really great. And finally, I also want to thank Gabe Durham from Boss Fight Books. So Boss Fight Books is an American company, and is doing some books about a specific video game. For example, you will have a book about Super Mario Brothers 2, so the Western version, so the one that is actually just a change of characters, but it's like another Japanese game. And so it's the Super Mario Brothers 2 we all knew. And you also have a book for Jagged Alliance. Also have a book for Bible Adventures. So it's really interesting. I'm also in talks with him to have the book translated in French, because this is something that would be really great. And so you can just have his book in the. You can have his book directly on his website. I will put the link in the description afterwards when the video will be on YouTube. So, by the way, for all of you people that are watching these videos, this video after the live, so thanks again for watching. And here comes the next question. So I'm talking a lot, sorry, but anyway. So I had another question from. Oh, sorry, I didn't know. Oh, it's his name was Mark. So thanks, Mark, for asking the question. So he was asking, will the hardware section of the book contain technical documentation as well as plans of the circuit boards? And he cites, for example, the expansion module 1 or the steering wheel. So for sure, there will be this for the ColecoVision and the Atom computer. But for the accessories, if we have enough space to do it, we will do it. For the motherboard, I'm thinking, and so, but the technical details for everything will be there. Maybe not so much as a plan, but maybe only in the text to share and to explain why this microprocessor was used, why this component and not another, for example. So this will be explained, and for example, for the steering wheel, you will also have like those kind of information in the interview part, in the memoir part. So because I was really happy to talk to a lot of people that used to work at Coleco, and among them there was Jenal Jacques. So if you're watching, thank you so much for your time. It was really a great talk, and she was talking a lot about specific accessory. I don't remember the name, sorry, but so she was involved in the design. She was involved in the in the discussion about this accessory. So it will be explained in the interview part sometimes, rather than in just the book. So, but technical stuff will be there for sure. So we will also explain like the size of the cartridges, so how they managed to put like those huge arcade games with those huge arcade boards that they have in the 80s to put in tiny cartridges. So yeah, it was all a process for and people were working hard on that. So we will explain everything about that, especially for example for the Telstar, because on the Telstar the Coleco was actually the first to mass order the processor from General Electric. I think it's them, and it was a processor. It was a chip. It was the chip that we knew afterwards as the Pong chip, because it was the one used in all the Pong consoles. And Coleco was actually the first, thanks to I think it was Arnold Greenberg, that was head of the company at the time, and he ordered those chips based on the input of Ralph Baer. So everything is linked when you look at that. So it's really amazing. I will explain that really way better in the book, obviously. But anyway, so another question from Dave. Thanks for asking. So he's asking us how many backers did you get? So how many backers did we get for the campaign? So we had a total of 275 backers. So thanks to 275 of you, we will be able to make an awesome book. Also, I know that so that JF and the Collector Vision team, if they already did the modification for the what's the name of the game? Spunky Supercar. So Spunky Supercar Kickstarter edition is the ROM is ready. So I'm going to release it also afterward. That was the little surprise I wanted to share with you guys. So it's there, it's done. So the ROM is there, and the cartridge will be ready by when the book will be ready as well. So because we're all a small team, and we cannot do like everything at once. Sorry about that. So, but yeah, just the release date of the book is the release date of the book is still the same. I'm not sure it's going. I don't think it's going to change, because right now. So what I can tell you also about the book is that it will be 7 chapters. So to cover the entire history, the first 3 chapters that are before the video game era of Coleco will be shorter. Not short, but shorter than the video game era of Coleco. So, and the 2 first chapters are already written, and so it's just now a matter of time for the 5 next ones. And so yeah, it will be this for those. So it will be like 7 chapters in total, and yeah. So yeah, and thanks to 275 backers, we can do that like now easier. So yeah. So yeah, we just add those questions for now. But if you have any other ones, just write them down, and I will answer them. Let me just check my emails so I can see if So I can see if there are some other. Oh yeah. All right. So Andres is writing a question. So thank you, Andres. Okay. So yeah, a very interesting question, which is, I'm wondering what exposure you have with the new Coleco branded Chameleon and any other previous interesting Coleco branded items. And thanks, looking forward to the book. Thank you for reaching out. And so yeah, the Calico Chameleon. So I think you all know what happened to the Retro VGS. So the Calico Chameleon is actually the Retro VGS console that was done by Mike Kennedy and the Retro guys. So the Retro magazine guys, and it didn't go that well, but it was different, like elements, different settings that ended up for the console not working in the not working for its crowdfunding campaign. But so we will talk about the Calico Chameleon, because it's like Coleco coming back to video game in a way, even though it's not like the exact same company as before. Now it's an awesome guy called Chris. Sorry, I forgot your last name, Chris. Don't hate me. Chris Cardillo, I guess, who actually owns with one of his friends the Coleco the Coleco brand, actually. So the Coleco so yeah, the Coleco brand. So when the ColecoVision flashback console came out, I think it was 3 years ago. We're already in 2016. It's crazy. So yeah, I think it was 3 years ago, and so it went. So it was involved in the process of branding this flashback machine as a ColecoVision 1, so as a Coleco 1, and so same goes for the Chameleon, and so we will talk about it for sure. Maybe if we're lucky, we will have like a extra pages for it, because okay, I will share a little secret with you. So the last chapter of the book will be Coleco Legacy. So how the Coleco brand is nowadays, where is it, where can we find like Coleco items. So, and obviously, so the Chameleon is fitting right in this chapter. So I already have an interview planned with Chris, and I just hope that I will be able also to plan one with Mike Kennedy and the team working on the Coleco Chameleon now. So yeah, and also Collector Vision. So JF and the Collector Vision teams are also in talks, of course, with them, because they're doing Coleco Vision games, so they will be doing Coleco Chameleon games as well, and it's really great. So let's just hope that everything is going great. And so I think there will be a new Kickstarter campaign, because last time they used Indiegogo, and yet it was not the greatest idea, because for video games, this is also what I learned during my campaign, that if you want to do something related to video games, it's better to go on Kickstarter, because the video game community is more on Kickstarter than on Indiegogo. But I know that it has something to do with them not having a working prototype. But I really hope now that they have one, and that they will be able to go on Kickstarter, because yeah, the success will be much better for sure. Even though, surprisingly, Indiegogo and another one, I don't remember, gets more visits every day than than Kickstarter. Kickstarter is actually third place for the visit by day. So a number of people going on the website by day, and it's really surprising. But those people, so you guys that supported me, it's easier to go on Kickstarter, and it's and there are more video games projects on Kickstarter than the rest. So this is also one of the reasons. So anyway, so yeah, there will be something about the Coleco, to Coleco Vision Flashback, Calico Chameleon, and maybe something else. If something else is also branded Coleco, so yeah, I will talk about it. It's and it will be my pleasure as well. I'm really glad to learn, to meet new people, and to learn new stuff about Coleco, because the history of the company is really amazing. So I think I told that in the description of the campaign, that so Coleco stands for Connecticut Leather Company. So they started actually distributing leather supply and evolved all the way up to do some video game related stuff. So it's kind of crazy. And also then toys and yeah, many plastic toys as well. So it's crazy story. So it's really amazing. And I'm just also looking forward to contact and to have maybe a reply from either or both Leonard Greenberg and Arnold Greenberg, because we're lucky that they're still alive. So I'm really working hard to speak with them and maybe meet them also as well, because thanks to you also, in 2 months we will go to Connecticut, so with GIF and maybe another friend of ours, so to go in the footsteps of Coleco, in the footsteps of the Greenberg family. So as everything happened over there, and it's really great. And so this trip will be the occasion to put extra pages in the book for pictures. So we will do our best to take as many pictures as we can, and to try to talk as many people as we can as well. So yeah, actually, let me just plugged in my computer, because my battery is running low and I don't want to lose you guys. So sorry about that. It's like the stuff that happened when you're doing something live. Anyway, so if you have any other question, just let me know. I'm happy to answer them. I'm happy to reply to let you know more about the book. Come on. And obviously, when you do that, everything is like going crazy. You don't have enough space for your electronic stuff. So, oh, and by the way, this makes me think that so for the people who ordered the ColecoVision, the special ColecoVision model, so you will have, actually, let me just start, so I will be able to edit this out for the YouTube part, for the YouTube version of the video. Anyway, so yes, for the people who ordered the ColecoVision, the special model, the special Kickstarter model of the ColecoVision console. So for those people who ordered the ColecoVision console, special model 1, so it will be the I think it's the Canadian version who got like not the huge power supply. So because our goal is also for you to be able to use it as easy as possible. So, and this is also why we will be able to have it AV ready. So this way you will be able to plug the red, yellow, and white thingy at the back, so you can use it in a modern TV or so you don't have to use the RF unit and check the channel and everything. So it's really a pain when you have to do that. So now for us, it will be for you to be able to play your special edition game on it. So yeah, awesome. Actually, I just remember that we had a new question. So it was a question by Philippe Stephens. So thanks, Philippe, for reaching out, and thanks for asking a question. So it's more a proposition than a question, actually. But it was saying that that if we could do an actual so it's a really interesting idea. It was wondering if we could do a cartridge, a ColecoVision cartridge with the history of the company on it. So it would. So it's a really interesting idea. It was like suggesting that, for example, for libraries. So it's a really interesting idea, but maybe it's too expensive to do it right now, and just a cartridge with tons and tons and tons of text. Maybe it's not the best way to convey the history of the company. So, but it's once more, it's a great idea. Maybe we can turn that into a game somehow. I will discuss it with JF, obviously, and the Collector Vision team. So maybe we can do something about that. And yeah, so I will try to do something later on. So it's so right now, yeah, it's not on my priority list, but I will keep the idea in mind, and maybe we can work something something out, but not right now for sure. But yeah, it's and for libraries for sure it will be great. But also it will they will have to own a ColecoVision console in order to be able to use the cartridge. So, but yeah, again, great idea, but maybe not the time and the resources to do it right now. And yeah, we'll keep that in mind and try this later. So yeah, Dave also was saying that that he hopes that the chapter on Cabbage Patch Kids is really small. So yeah, because so Coleco, it's a very interesting story as well for this. Coleco was the company who mass produced the Cabbage Patch Kids dolls, but they were not the one inventing it. And I learned that there's a lot of controversy for those dolls. So apparently, I watched like documentaries, read a lot of articles about that. Apparently, it was a lady. It was a lady that was in Georgia, I guess, that actually created this concept of the doll, of the doll with the adoption papers and everything. But I think hers were. I think there's a distinction between like the ones of Coleco and the other guy who actually patented it afterwards. And the ones being soft, and the one of the lady, so the one who created the actual dolls being so hard. I think it's something like this, but there was a lot of controversy. The guy created the idea was the guy taking the idea has somehow stolen the idea, and it's really weird. And he was also like a millionaire or a billionaire doing that as well, and he was doing that obviously for the money. whereas the lady was doing that because she was like enjoying it. She was like creating dolls and sewing stuff for a long time, and then she created those dolls. They had a huge success, and apparently the other guy just stole the idea and took all the profit. And there was she actually filed a lawsuit against him, and there was and so there was it went to court, but I think it was like they had an agreement outside of the court, and the amount of money was never revealed. So maybe it was like maybe it was a lot of money, but unfortunately the lady died a few years ago, maybe a few decades ago already, because so it was in the 80s, in the early 80s, and yeah, but it's a very interesting story. So I will tell the story in the book as well. And so it won't be that small, because it's a really interesting part also for Coleco, those dolls, because they thought they had the next Barbie in their hands, and guess what? It was just for one Christmas, and that's it. So if you watch the TV shows called Halt and Catch Fire, there's a very interesting episode about this. I think it's episode 10 or maybe before. So one guy is actually looking for a doll for his daughter or for his daughters, and so I won't spoil anything. But so it was like the craze of the moment. It was looking for a doll, never not being able to find one, and it's like going out, it's raining, and there's a storm, there's wind, and you don't find it all. So yeah, it's and I think the TV show is like is taking place in 81. So I think it's it's 81 or 80, and so it's a very interesting part for Coleco, because they earned a lot of money with this, but they also lost a lot of money because of it. So yeah, expect a part for the Cabbage Patch Kids, but I think the Cabbage Patch Kids will be with the other figures that Coleco produced as well, like the Starcom toys, the Rambo 2 figurines, and the other one that were like that were really scary, with like the sort of the soft toys with like a spider. So yeah, I don't remember the name, so but it will be included as well. And yeah, and because yeah, the Coleco is a huge variety of different things. So with a big part on video game, because video games was like something they did, and that was really big. And but it also was the shortest, maybe the shortest. They spend the shortest time on video games than any other of their products, I guess. Because for example, the leather stuff, they started in 32 and they stopped doing it, so maybe in the 50s, somewhere like this. So then they switched to plastic, and plastic stand for maybe 30 years, because they were still doing plastic toys at the end of the company life as we know it. So yeah, and video games were like in between, like starting in 75 and ending in 80, 85, 86, 87. So maybe like until the end of the company. So but everything will be explained, so in better terms for sure, and like also easy to understand. So yeah, my goal is not to produce an academic book. It's really to explain the history easily, and to share also the words of the people that used to work over there. So this is something really important for me, because Coleco was such a great company that made great stuff, and yeah, and it was not, it hasn't been told yet, so which is why with JF we really want to do it, because it's amazing. And also because as lucky as we are, they were in Montreal, and I think I said it in maybe in previous interviews, but it's an information I'm really happy to share every time. So their former factory is like 500 meters from my place. So it's like, I don't think we can see it from here, but it's just like 500 meters this way. So, and yeah, I will take pictures as well. I'm also like tracking down some people that used to work at Calico Montreal. So if you know some, just let me know, because right now I'm just in touch with one person. So I really want to be able to talk to more, because the only thing I found regarding Calico Montreal was some cartridges with a mention that it was done in Montreal. So maybe not the actual game, even though it's written that it was programmed by Coleco Canada, so here. And when I was at the library, I took pictures, but I'm not allowed to share them, so I will do something else. So it was a newspaper, an internal newspaper from the factory workers, and it was a newspaper from the factory workers directly, and it was mainly to complain about the people at the top. So complaining about the executives and how they needed more money, how they were badly dealt with, how the environment was dangerous. So I'm really looking forward to talk with some people over there. But unfortunately, also this is something, as the company was like, it's now more than 30 years ago. So unfortunately, some of the people, like for example, J. Brian Clark, who was the head of Coleco Canada, and eventually became the head of Coleco after Arnold Greenberg or Leonard Greenberg stepped down. So unfortunately, Mr. Clark died in 2006, and I'm really sad about that, about this, about his passing, because he was the one running the factory here, and he was also the one responsible for the arrival and the partnership with CBS in Europe, so in France as well. And so to find now other people that used to that knew as much as he did, it would be really harder. But I'm working on it. Don't worry. And so yeah, it's something really sad, but I'll do my best to try and find some other people. So, and we'll be able to share that as well. Anyway, so another question from Dave. Thank you, Dave. You're really into it. It's really great. So if any other people of you have any question in the audience, just let me know. So now he's asking, will you be autographing the copies going out to Kickstarters? And so yes, for the people who chose this reward. So we had a reward where in which you will have a personalized autograph from JF and myself. And So yeah, it will be done for other people, for those people who chose this reward. But the other ones, like the early bird version, it will be just it will be the other book, like the early bird, it will just be like the physical book. So, and something else I want to address, because I got the question, it was maybe a bit confusing, and it's because when you do a reward on Kickstarter, when at least one person chooses it, you cannot modify it afterwards. So I will tell it now. So the book will have a hardcover. It will be a hardcover. Because we reached our goal of $9,000, I guess it was. So yeah, it will be a hardcover. Don't worry. The soft cover is now forgotten, long forgotten actually. And we're rocking with a hardcover in mind. So yes, if you order the book, it will be a hardcover. Don't worry. So thank you, Dave. Now we have another question from Marcus. Hi, Marcus. Thanks for joining, and thanks for asking your question. So he's asking, how did you originally get the idea for the book? Very, very interesting question. And once more, I'm sad that JF is not there to talk about that, because it's actually his idea. So I will tell kind of my version, so from what he explained to me, but for sure it will be like the best one to explain it. So maybe I will edit this part for the YouTube version and ask him. Actually, you can find a podcast. I will put the link also. You can find a podcast in which we were there, both of us, and he told about the origin of the idea for the book. But basically, JF is a huge ColecoVision fan and Coleco fan as well. And since 1996, he was collecting already, like as a visionary, he was collecting documents and stuff, like everything that was related to Calico. And then he wanted to do a book with that, but it was not really sure how to do it. And so it was like, so he tried to do it. And then, so when I arrived in Canada, we met shortly after launching my retro gaming website, retrogamer.ca. And so yeah, this is how I met him, I guess. And then we talked, and I launched my publishing company. And I just asked him if he was okay if I was to publish his book, if it was okay for me to do that. And he told me, yeah, great. So that the book would be, so that the project will finally like get released. So then yeah, So yeah, we talked about that. He shared his idea with me, and I just like made sure that it was going to happen. So, and we discussed a lot about like the book content. He shared his research with me. So now I'm able to actually write a lot of stuff, and a lot of really, really interesting stuff. So the story will be great. And I really can't wait to share it as well. And I will let you know as soon as the book is ready, for sure. There will be other live session as well. So hopefully one with JF, so we can talk together, and he can also share his opinion on some stuff. And it would be able to share like to explain really how the book was how the idea came, how the idea and how the idea came to fruition afterwards. So at the beginning, it was also supposed to be only an ebook, but I really like having a physical book in my hand, and so yeah, I was like talking with him, and yeah, we decided to do a physical version of the book. And then the book was also the idea was already shared on the Atari Age forum, so great forum if you don't know it. So it's called Atari Age, but the people on it are really not close-minded. They're really open-minded. It's great, so you can talk about Coleco stuff and also many other stuff. And so it was shared over there, and people were like, yeah, sharing their opinion, asking when it was to be released, and so now it's ongoing. So now I was able also to build the mock-up version of the cover with the people on the forum. So they helped me a lot. It's really great, and so yeah, we will continue to share some stuff on the forum as well, and there will be also other live session as well. I will let you know when. I was maybe thinking about doing that maybe once a month to let you guys know, to keep you guys in the loop, to let you guys know how the project is going. And also we will do one, hopefully, when we will be in Connecticut. So it will be in March. I don't have the exact date yet, but it's funny because it's actually just 5 hours drive from here. So 5 hours and a half from here. So yeah, it would be really great. And also apparently the weather will be much better already over there, because here in Montreal we're in snow. So I had to move in these 2 apartments in the snow. So like dragging my stuff in the snow, it was crazy. Anyway, so yeah, and so I will put the link of the podcast where JF explains in details how we got the idea and how he was hard at work on the idea. So it will be easier for you to know how this really work. Sorry, I'm struggling to find my words. It's crazy. So you will be able like to know where the idea comes from. There, I said it. All right. So thanks, Marcus, for sharing. Let me check if we have other question. No question. No other question yet. So there's just 5 minutes left. So once more, thank you everyone for being there. Thank you for watching this first live session. Sorry if my English is a little bit broken. And also, obviously, thanks for backing the project. And if you want able to back the project, a pre-order webpage is coming soon. I'll let you know when as well. So on the Atari Age forum, I will do an update on the Kickstarter page. I will share it on Twitter also. And yeah. So, and just to share something else, so I just started a YouTube channel, sorry. And for the people to help video game developers around the world, but by sharing some advice from the people, by sharing some of the advice I got from people from the industry over there, and also to put the people, the very interesting developers we have here, to put them in the spotlight, because for me it's really odd that we have such a great video game industry here in Quebec, but to find information about that, it's really hard. So I will just meet with them as much as I can, and I will share that on my YouTube channel. And I will also do so this is why I wanted to share the information with you. It was not just pure advertising. It's just that I will put also some like more historical video to share what happened in Montreal before Ubisoft was there in '97, and so to talk about Calico, obviously, Calico Canada, Calico Montreal, and other stuff that happened here in this great city, in this great province, that is like such ahead in the digital market. So yeah. So thanks for watching, guys. Thank you really much. Thank you for your support and for your continuing support. It's really great. I'm really grateful to have met such a great community. it was really unexpected. Like for the Kickstarter, I was really hoping to meet my goal maybe in the last days of the project, but to meet it in to reach it in just a little bit over 24 hours. It was crazy. So really, thank you very much, and I'll see you soon for another live session. I see you soon for other questions. I see you soon for other updates. And so right now we'll share two things that I will share with you: the ROM and the new design. So let me know, guys. Let me know what you think, and yeah, and have an amazing day. Continue to be awesome, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.